It's EnviroTech TV, brought to you by the Mighty Mount, world's best engine test stand. Rust Be Gone, one-step rust remover. Muscle Car Restorations, Pete and Jake's Hot Rod Parts, and our lovely and talented host, Miss Amber Zine. I'm here with Fred Kappas, the Sales and Marketing Manager for Muscle Car Restoration. Fred, we'd like you to tell us a little bit about what you do here at Muscle Car Restoration.
All right, well, thanks for stopping by today, Mark. We've been in business since 1989, so about 17 years now. John Balo started the company back then, and he started off it was a small operation, just doing 1 or 2 cars a year. Kind of got started in the Chrysler end of it, specializing in Dodge and Plymouth products, and since then it's grown. We've grown quite a bit. Right now we're
how many buildings do you have now here?
Right now we're up to 5 buildings, 35,000 square feet. We have 45 projects ongoing right now. So it takes 15 guys working full time, 40 hours a week. To take these cars from start to finish. That's excellent. Yeah, so it takes a lot of manpower, a lot of attention to detail. We're nationally recognized as one of the premier restoration shops in the country, and we end up using a lot of your products on cars such as this '69 Charger here. We like doing the powder coating for a couple of reasons. Number one, it helps us on our labor end. We have the advantage of just taking our raw parts to you. We don't have the time in handling, cleaning, prepping, priming, painting, all the parts. We basically just drop it off to your door. You take care of all that for us, and you just give us a call when it's done. And most times you can even pick it up and deliver it for us. So that helps us out a lot. The other main benefit is that the durability of powder coating over the painted parts, because a lot of this stuff, like the K-frame on this '69 Charger, for instance, is it's subject to a lot of abuse through rocks and other road debris, and that powder coat holds up a lot more than a lot better than the paint will.
Yeah, it's much more chip resistant, as you've seen, and it's easier to clean too. A guy can get underneath here with a paper towel and window cleaner and clean it off instead of having to run your pressure washer or something to get it cleaned up.
Exactly, and we've worked with you too, since we've been doing this to get actually really close to the original factory colors too. This black is very close to the chassis black, originally from Mopar. And you've done the upper and lower control arms on this car. You've matched the correct factory color on the lower control arms and the correct chassis black on the uppers. And that's something that we definitely had taken interest in, because our customers do get very particular, especially when it's a brand specific thing like this car. You have to get the details right, and you've definitely helped us out with that. So.
Oh, absolutely. And the people that are coming to a shop like this are obviously purists. They want the very best of what they can get in a restoration, and from what you can see here, that is exactly what they are getting. Fred, I'd like to take a little walk around the shop here and take a look at some of the projects that you've got going on here.
Sure.
Why don't we take a little tour through?
Absolutely. Sounds
All right.
Good.
Thanks. Well, as promised, we were going to take a look at some older Hemis. I'm not sure how old the one in here is, but it definitely says Hemi, and it says 6.1 on there, which must mean that it's a really big, fast motor. What can you tell us about this car, Fred?
Well, Mark, this is a really special car that we've built for one of our longtime customers with the help of a lot of good suppliers, including Year One. They've sponsored us on this car with a lot of their restoration parts. But yeah, you're right. This is the new 6.1 liter Hemi. This is the SRT8 motor that you find in the new Chargers and the new Chrysler 300s. It's the 425 horsepower version right out of the box, and we felt that that wasn't quite enough power, so we put an intercooled supercharger on it, which now produces about 700 horsepower. So yeah, it doesn't have a problem lighting up the tires in any gear.
That should get you to the mailbox and back in record time then, right?
That's right. Yep. Some of the cool features of this car, we did a lot of custom work in-house here. You can see all the carbon fiber work on the hood. The hood itself is constructed all from carbon fiber. Our shop manager here has about 15 years background in the IRL. He used to build race car bodies out of carbon fiber. So we're lucky enough to have him on our team building some of this great stuff. So like I said, the hood, the dash, the deck lid, and the spoiler are all made purely from carbon fiber from molds that we built in-house. So it really helps give this car, you know, a unique touch. And we've been touring it all over the country this year. It was on the Hot Rod Power Tour, which started in Orlando, Florida this spring and went up to New Jersey. And the car was a huge hit there. We just had it out last weekend at the Mopar Nationals. It's getting a ton of magazine exposure. It's going to be in Mopar Muscle. The Mopar Collector's Guide is going to feature this car. So it's kind of really on the forefront of what's cutting edge in the industry these days. You know, the late model drivetrain, you know, updated suspension, and all the electronics. This car is loaded with electronics. It's got a 5.1 surround theater system in it, and navigation, you know, touchscreen DVD, you name it. So I mean, it's got all of the modern bells and whistles that really, you know, help bring this classic muscle, you know, up to date. So it's been a really neat project for us, and the owner is very thrilled about the car. So.
Oh, as he should be. I mean, this is truly one of the supercars in the whole country. The carbon fiber work on this, I don't know if it really shows up well on our video here, but the fit of this stuff is just as good as new or better, and it's just absolutely a work of art sitting here. And it's really a pleasure to be able to come and see this kind of work being done locally here, Fred. We got a couple other cars over here. Let's go take a look at them.
Sounds good.
Fred, what can you tell me about this car?
Well, this is another neat project here that we've got at the shop. This has been kind of a long-term project, just because of all of the neat stuff that we've done with the car. It's got a complete roll cage in it that we custom fabricated in-house. The car is done in the, you know, like the pro street type fashion, where it's got the full wheel tubs, big old fat rear tires. It's a 4-speed car, and obviously the coolest feature of this car is the blown fuel-injected 426 Hemi, which, you know, that has a tendency to scare little kids and old ladies. So, yeah, it makes probably about 600 horsepower. I mean, this thing is just an animal. Some of the other features, actually, a lot of people think this is plum crazy purple, but it's actually a little known fact that it's a late model Ford pickup truck color is what we painted this. So it's kind of a twist on the plum crazy, but it actually fools a lot of Mopar people. So.
Well, it still looks plumb crazy to me. Let's take a look at this next one down the line here, Fred. Well, as promised, we were going to take a look at a few Hemis. I feel like I'm in Hemi heaven here. Fred, what are we looking at now?
This is a 69 Roadrunner here. And yes, you're right, it has been hemified, as they say. This was originally a 383 car, and the customer decided that he needed a little bit more snort, and so he went ahead and had us order him a 528 cubic inch crate Hemi, making about 600 horsepower. And so yeah, it moves this car along quite nicely now.
Sounds like he got himself a lot more snort.
Yeah, you could say that. We put kind of an updated transmission in this car also. It's a new Tremec 5-speed, so it's actually got an overdrive gear in it, and just, you know, kind of another way to bring these old muscle cars, you know, into the, you know, adapting the new technology and making them a lot more street friendly, and using kind of some of those modern conveniences. And this is a perfect example of that car. So I know that we've been showing you a lot of Hemis, and the last 3 cars here have been Hemis, but we actually do you know, more than just the Chrysler products too. You know, we do all makes and models, General Motors, Ford, and you know, we build street rods, hot rods, we build race cars. You know, so it's not just the Mopar stuff that we've been showing you here, but.
Well, we're going to take a little walk around through some of the other buildings, and we're going to get a look at some of those 45 projects that are going on here. And yes, many of them are not Mopars, but they are all classic muscle cars for sure.